We are Pia Orleane
and Cullen Baird Smith,
bringing wisdom from the stars through our Pleiadian friends, Laarkmaa. Hello, dear ones. We are Laarkmaa, and we are here because we love you. We're delighted to be with you today, sharing our love and our Pleiadian stardust as you continue the work you are doing on your evolutionary journey. As we mentioned in today's message, this is a time where a lot of challenges are coming to the surface. We see those challenges as part of duality, trying to find out how it can be better used in terms of unity. So you may find lots of polar opposites, lots of arguments about what is real and what is not, and lots of need for discernment as you move through every moment of every day. Now, you will remember before when we have talked with you, we have always told you that discernment comes from your heart as you decide what needs to occur in each moment, while judgment is attached to emotions and your belief systems. So whatever comes forth in the next week, the next month, and the next days altogether, do your best to stay out of a place of judgment and emotional reaction and stay in a place of quiet, calm, peaceful discernment, making choices intuitively, listening for the guidance that comes in, and knowing that you can trust that guidance because you are a divine spark of light. It is interesting that as political fronts change and leaders change and countries change agendas or push forward agendas at a higher rate of speed, the more things that are been waited for or hoping for or looking for or afraid of or something you may have attached to one polarity or the other are coming more and more into your conscious awareness. You have conscious awareness about, is there going to be a war? You have conscious questions about what is being disclosed, what is being hidden from us. All these things are coming into the area of your awareness now where you have to not be emotionally attached or excited or afraid, but instead say, this is interesting, discern, and see what your heart tells you about what is true and what is not. As we have told you in the last 6 months or a year, you're approaching a time when there will be many false reports about interdimensional extraterrestrial spacecraft and many things that will be true about interdimensional extraterrestrial spacecraft. So we ask you not to follow the news or whatever is coming into your awareness without listening to the guidance and listening to your own heart about what is real and what is not. The greatest thing you need to focus upon at this time is the recognition that anything that is extreme and causes an extreme reaction is part of separation. And anything that feels like, aha, this is right and this feels good is part of unity. Use that as your barometer for what is pulling you into the truth and helping you to discern what you need to do next, moment by moment. Stop thinking about or expecting or be fearing of or hopeful of anything. As Mary Magdalene often says, fear not. Simply love everything that comes to you. Accept it for what it is, and then discern through your own heart, is this real or is this part of the illusion? Is this part of someone trying to further control us? Or is this part of our breaking out of the illusion and being able to gain our own power back again? This is an exciting time. As we told you when the planet Pluto moved into Aquarius, this is a time for rebelling against things that you have been told that are not true, rebelling against lies, rebelling against belief systems that do not open the pathway for greater understanding, greater connection, greater abundance, and greater love. This is the time for all of these things to begin to come forward. And as we have said, in spring of this year, the world is going to look very different than it does at this moment, step by step, moment by moment. We have also told you that we will be introducing more of our colleagues and friends in the coming days as you need to hear different perspectives to reach you at different points of your thinking, your feeling, and your awareness as you awaken more and more fully to the greater reality. Different voices from the light will come through Pia and Cullen, and they will share messages that are the same truth, but from different perspectives, focusing on various topics that we have spoken with you about for years and years and decades. We want you to listen from your heart. As we have always said to you, don't believe us, trust your heart. This remains true. It matters not who is speaking. What matters is what is the message, and does my heart adapt and accept this message as truth? This is what you need to practice in your outer third dimensional world and in your inner listening to what comes to you, both from inner dimensions, other dimensions, and from the third dimension. All of this is an acceleration of your discernment ability. It is an opportunity to let you stop doing things the way you have always done them and begin to look for new ways to branch out and create together in unity the more beautiful world that you wish to see. This is what is possible in each now moment. Today, we would like to introduce colleagues that come from a solar system very, very distant from your solar system. We invite the head member of this group to speak to you about whatever topic they may choose. It is a group. There are 9 of them present today in this moment as we are speaking, and one will be speaking particularly to you to share a perspective that aligns with the truth we have been sharing, but from a way that they see it as they wish to help humanity evolve also. The solar system is not a name that is pronounceable in your language, so just know that they come from a distant solar system and they are friends. They come in love, they come in peace, and they come with support. I now invite and introduce to you Ormos, the head of this collective that comes from a distant solar system. Hello, my name is Ormos, and I come from far, far away. But like many beings of light, we are gathered around your planet, interested in and supportive of the evolutionary leap that you are destined to make. You have chosen as a species to make this leap. Many of you are still asleep and do not recognize that the time is at hand for you to take action. But those who are listening to me, who are called to listen to the wisdom that we bring and the perspective that we share, are not asleep. You are aware that there are multiple dimensions. You are aware that there is life available in many solar systems. You are aware that some of this life is showing up on your planet now. Some you can feel, some you can see, some you can hear. I come through the receiver to give you information. Others will come through where you can see them briefly in energetic form as the veil becomes thinner and as you raise your own frequency to be able to see what is truly, truly here. What I wish to speak to you about today is the patterns that have formed your belief systems and who you believe yourself to be. Laarkmaa has told you, I feel sure, that on the pathway to ascension and evolutionary growth, you must drop away from all patterns that no longer serve you. Patterns that keep you locked into belief systems or thoughts or actions that are not connected to the greater reality or are not part of the highest good for all. I choose to use some of the same terms that Laarkmaa uses because you are familiar with these terms that represent a particular truth of unity that is relevant to the path on which you tread. So I will speak of patterns also, but in a different way. I would say that as long as you are in any pattern, you are holding yourself into a shape or form that may no longer be relevant in the transition you are approaching, the transition that you are beginning to feel. Patterns can be old and destructive and no longer relevant, or patterns can be exciting and something you wish to claim for yourself, but they are all patterns. I would suggest that you consider breaking free from all old patterns and not immediately adapting or accepting new patterns. Invite in new ways of being without putting a concrete pattern in place. For if you put a concrete pattern in place again, it will simply be outdated, no longer relevant, not the one you wish. What I suggest for you to do is to allow the energies to flow through you. Dissolve all patterns as they begin to settle, beginning, of course, with the ones that are most familiar to you. Whether they are good or whether you feel they are harmful, they are still patterns. Learn to live in the present now moment, adjusting and adapting to the energies as they arrive. This helps you to become more fluid, and it helps you to be able to make choices that are in alignment with the opportunities you are being presented. Patterns are not bad, nor are they good. Patterns can be effective and patterns can be ineffective. And what I am sharing with you today is that you're moving into a dimensional space where all patterns will be ineffective almost as instantly as they are created. So the moment you say, I'm going to start doing things this way now, you're creating a pattern. Instead, it would be wiser to say, in this moment, I choose this, and I will respond this way as my heart guides me. As you begin to do this, you learn the art, and we do mean art, the art of being able to weave your pathway forward by connecting with and flowing with the energy rather than becoming trapped or stuck in any type of pattern that you would quickly feel no longer works. This is very, very exciting for me to share with you. In fact, all of the colleagues, the 9 of us that are here, are excited about this heightened energy, which invites you to step into a higher frequency. When you step out of patterning, you automatically raise your frequency. You automatically move more clearly into flow. And this is something that will help you in the transition of your ascension process. You also hold a pattern of what you perceive as your shape container, your form of your consciousness, who you perceive yourself to be as a person. But your consciousness is not limited to the pattern of your physical form, or the pattern of your mental thoughts, or the pattern of your emotional reactions. Your consciousness is limitless and expansive and does not fit into any form that you would prescribe for it. So understanding this as you work with patterns will help you to accept and understand your own movement as you transition from one form into another that may be more pleasing, more comfortable, less filled with pain and suffering. I am here to support you because we all of those of the light know that a time of transition this large can bring great suffering. And the best way to move out of the suffering is to cease separation and being stuck in any type of pattern and move instead in flow and grace and acceptance, moment by moment, towards unity and towards those energies that love you and that invite you to join us in the cosmic world as cosmic citizens. You are citizens of the universe. You are not citizens of a particular country, although the third dimensional reality would have you align yourself with a particular country. But you are larger than that, and that's a pattern that you can step out of. You may have what you call in the third dimension a passport that says you belong to a particular country, like you have a name that says you belong to a particular family. However, those are only patterns that describe a part of who you are. And our suggestion to step outside of patterns is meant to encourage you to be more expansive in your awareness and your acceptance of all of who you are. You are friends now with us. We offer our friendship and our allegiance to be able to support you on your journey. I, Ormos, bring you great respect, and we, from our solar system, ask for respect in return. The respect you can return can be paid in gratitude for the messages that we share that align with what your hearts tell you are true. When you receive that, you show us respect. We respect you by offering our perspective to help you awaken more deeply and more fully. You are on the path of cosmic citizenship and learning more fully about how patterns can trap you and how dissolving patterns can help you to expand is a very important step. I will say goodbye for now and return you to Laarkmaa, and I will remain available to speak with you again in the future. Meanwhile, you are invited, if you choose on this planet of choice, to explore your options of what it feels like not to be patterned in any particular way. Goodbye from Ormos and our solar system far away. Hello, dear ones. We are back as Laarkmaa, and we tell you from the song in our hearts that this is a greater and more deep expression of what we have been sharing with you about eliminating patterns from your lives. We laid the groundwork and prepared for you all the work of getting rid of patterns that no longer serve you. Now you have been offered as a gift a more advanced step, an opportunity to move out of any patterns. This will take practice, and we will be with you along the way. We sprinkle stardust on you whenever you ask. We will speak to you in upcoming times and give you more and more suggestions and evaluations of how you're doing and expanding and losing the old paradigm of patterning as you move into the new paradigm of freedom and expansion. We are quite excited about this message today, for we feel this will help you move through the questioning times, the conflict that arises, everything that is confusing to you at this time arriving can be superseded and transcended by working on this energy, applying discernment and working on losing your patterns. It's a very big step you have been given as a gift. We sprinkle stardust and we leave you with our love, always. We love you. Good always. Please join me in the Voices from the Light's Cosmic Wisdom Guidance Sessions. Information for how to join is listed below.
Check out our books, card deck, calendars, and articles at laarkmaa.com. This message was taken from one of our live calls. If you would like to join our future live calls, please join our email list at laarkmaa.com. That's LAARKMAA.com.